Hey everyone, and welcome to Conquer the Mirror Demon. My name is Tanja Andersen, and I am your host on this amazing summit. Today we have a person I can call a friend and also really dear to my heart, and her name is Derika. Welcome, my friend.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
You're most welcome. So who is Derika? First of all, I would like to share why I picked Derika. So I have known Derek. We have known each other for 2 years or something like that.
Yeah, about that.
Oh, I really like getting deeper connection last maybe half a year around that. So Derika is a person I have seen. We are in the same program, and when I see her shine and being in live stream, I'm see myself so much in her. She is shining. She is sharing vulnerable around her stories. She is brave to share a lot of things around emotions, experience, also what she's facing as an entrepreneur right now at the moment, also what she experienced as a mom, a new mom to her number 5 kids. Is that correct? You have 5 kids? Yeah.
5 kids, yeah.
And I'm just like, wow, like it is not often I meet people that really are sharing from the heart with no blame, shame, and guilt in where they have done or where they're coming from. And that is so neat in this world. And I see myself so much in Derika. I have a very personal connection to her, and I look up to her. I look on social media. She don't know that right now. I look up on social media like, oh, that girl is shining. Like, oh, I get to step up the game. So just at looking at social media, it's really make me step up and shining a little go and really focus on my mess is my message. So that is something she always bring forward in me when sometimes I forget it. So Derika is a CEO and of Focus Mindset Coaching Company and wholesome
Hypnosis.
hypnosis.
Yeah.
Malo, can you please share a little about that, because you're also transforming leader, you are a 3-time bestseller author, and you are fond of that amazing company and also work with mindsets.
Yeah. So we want to dive into that. That was the question.
Yeah, a little bit. Tell us a little bit around like what you're working with, who you are, so the people are seeing get a little bit touch on who you are before we're starting the first question.
Yeah. Before we dive into the question, so who is Derika? So yeah, you mentioned it. I am a mother of 5. I have a beautiful, successful life now. I travel the world with my soulmate. I homeschool my kids. I have founded 2 thriving companies, which you mentioned earlier. Focused is a mindset coaching company. And so that's my jam. I'm all about the mindset. I am a strong coach. And then I also have Wholesome Hypnotherapy. And this is a storefront company where I actually give hypnosis to people all over the world. So these are audios anyone and everyone all over the world is downloading to overcome a lot of the things we're going to be talking about today. So that's just heartfelt companies. Geez, what do you want to know? I live in California. I'm living my best life. And I do these shows and I do all the things. But I tell you what, it was not always like this, Tanya. And I think this is what you're alluding to, is that your mess is your message. And I'm not afraid to get up here and talk on platforms or talk on social media or, to my community and tell people that it wasn't all this fluffy, beautiful success that I have now. This was pain and grind and just hard work of getting to where I am today, because I started out in a very different situation, which I love to get into with that next question you're going to ask, and then dive into today. Actually, how did I get here? How did I go from what we're going to be talking about into now being able to successfully create all of my goals and dreams? So that's what I really want to help everyone do.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you so much. Because I know the audience do not know it yet. Where you come from, like you are a successful entrepreneur, you have 2 amazing companies, and you are thriving. Like, what is the blueprint from where you come from to now? And that we will share with you guys. So the first question, my love, is what is the darkest thing you have faced in your life?
The darkest thing I faced in my life,
Yeah,
I think we should start here, is that there is no light without dark,
exactly.
right? There is no light without dark. And I don't care whatever someone's situation, how bright they're living right now, how great things were, you always will find that there is some dark story, some dark path, something that is behind that scene. And for me, and it's probably for many of you watching here, I was born and raised in great poverty. And with poverty comes different sets of problems, right? Let's just say that. I mean, everybody has problems, but poverty brings problems like, experiencing moments of homelessness, moments of hunger, moments of just deep sadness of losing people that you love, experiencing street fights and bullying and not ever really having a grounded place, like nowhere really stable, moving all the time, witnessing really dark hardships in my life or my upbringing. And I want to say here, really today, can I just dive on in?
Yeah.
Just dive on in.
Yeah.
So I don't just have one hardship that I can share. I mean, I've witnessed a loved one die in front of me. We've all grieved. I've experienced the homelessness, the abuse, the mental, physical abuse. I've experienced all those different things in my life. So it's definitely a culmination. But I could tell you what, it's because of those moments. And whoever needs to hear this right now, it's really because of those moments that made me who I am today, that fueled my direction for today. Experiencing the anger, the sickness, the depression, all of those hard moments in my life. You know that song, "What doesn't kill you make you stronger," right?
I love it. When I'm down in the hole, it's just like, I need that song. It's like, pew, I'm up again.
It's so true, right? It really, really is there to fuel you in helping you define what it is that you want in life. And I think that there's such societal programs that if you're sad, if you're mad, if you're in a bad place, that something's wrong with you. And that's not the case at all, my friends. Nothing is wrong with you. All humans are going to experience emotions, period. They're designed, they're a part of you, they're engineered to be used in a way that you weren't taught. And that's what I really want to dive in with Tanya. Let's talk about this today, because you are going to experience sadness. I still experience sadness. I still experience anger. Right? We do, Tanya. We do. Yeah. We still just do. Just like me.
I experience everything, like the emotion come and go, everything. Fun stuff.
And that's good. And it's okay. And you always will. It's just being able to use these emotions as they were designed. They're not to spiral you downward and to make your life a miserable hell and to, sit in that demon kind of energy we're talking about here. It's not you're not cursed. There's nothing wrong with you. You just weren't taught how to take that energy and move it in the direction that's going to actually serve what you came here to do. And that's what we get to talk about here today. I have a saying, and I didn't get this from myself, it came from a mentor. It's like, you understand what you want by going through what you don't want. Okay? You know what you want by experiencing what you don't want. Hear that. There's no dream, nothing here created in this planet without some pain of someone going through something they didn't want. Any dream, pick one. The straw was invented because people didn't want to drink out of a cup anymore, or couldn't. And so they were in some kind of distress. And so a straw was invented. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It can be that little or that huge. Every single thing was created. Every goal that you have is created from a pain, from a dark emotion. But people are taught that emotion is bad, and people are taught that they need to suppress it and pill it and take a pill for this and like go to therapy for that and do all this stuff to really suppress that because something's wrong with that. No, you get to say right now, I don't want that thing that's causing me pain, that thing that's making me cry, that thing that's making me angry. I want this. Yeah. And you use it and you turn your back on all that stuff. And it's like a pressure cooker. Yeah. Anger, sadness is a condensed energy, and you use that condensed energy. Yes. It's like a bow and arrow. Yeah, that anger, that sadness, you pull it back, right? It's getting contracted. It's getting tension, baby. Pull it back. But don't aim it at the crap again. See, this is what people do.
Yeah. Pitch straight out.
They
to your
just,
vision.
and they keep, and this, and this, and this, and they keep aiming all of that precious, passionate emotion at the bull crap they don't want, and they'll keep creating that. But my friend, that's wrong. You just get here right now. Use it, baby. Use that anger and pull that arrow over to the dream you have. To that dream, and use all that power and shoot it in that, making that decision. I'm going to have a better house. I'm going to have a better car. I'm going to have a better body. I'm going to have a better lover, a better relationship. I'm going to be a better mother. Whatever you need, whatever you're desiring, use it and pop it that way. Okay? That's my man. Just make that decision.
Amen. Amen.
You got me started.
I think one of the things that come to me is like boundary pusher.
Yes.
Is something if I look a little bit away, is as a huge B straight. Of course, everything is moment, like there's moment, like meaning with everything. So boundary pusher was something in the past that was a very dark place for me to be in. Like this, push the boundaries, push the limits. Like people say to me, you are too, what you call like a bulldozer. You pushing me too much. I judge myself so hard. I did everything I could to do that to myself, like a self-harm. And when I think of Tanya, there is a meaning with everything. I really believe there's meaning with everything. If emotion have a story, if emotion have a key for me to unlock something in me, so I can be my true identity, my true character, like that is behind that door. When I look into be a boundary pusher, I saw there was a piece of my character. So I did everything to do self-harm to myself because I create a story. There's something wrong with me when I push people to be angry. Because I'm not loved when I'm angry. I'm not loved when I'm in power. So I did everything to be the good girl, the girl that was pushing myself down. So that was connected to I am unlovable when I am power. I'm unlovable if people get angry at me. So when I will dig in it, it is a part of my character is be a boundary pusher. Like Hannah table straight out of the back, that is a boundary pusher that push to any limits. So it's so interesting emotion. Some of the emotion we have so much judgment with, it is a part of our value. Sometimes it's part of our vision. It is part of our character. It's part of our true identity. That is so interesting. And also what you talk about, it's all about what do we choose to put on a value on the emotion, because there's always two sides. For me to be weak, I love to be weak. Like the state of it, I feel weak. On that point, I can ask for support. I can be vulnerable. I can open my heart when I really feel I'm weak. It's like, oh, it's time for me to ask for support. So it's all about like what we create around it of a character or identity when we experience different kinds of emotions.
Yeah, I love that. And you know, so let's talk into some of those personality traits, some of those ways. I call them programs. And this is why I founded Wholesome Hypnotherapy. And I'm all about mindset, because there's programs that we inherit, and programs, they're thoughts. They're your thinking, they're your belief system, they're your habits. Think of your programming right now, like your computer that you're watching. Your computer has software programs, and whatever programs are in that computer is what's going to show up on the screen of that computer. It's how that computer is going to function. Whatever software programs are downloaded, right? Your mind is the same way. Whatever thought programs you have within your motherboard, your mind is going to develop the reality that you're creating, the way that you function out in society, how you react, how you act, all of that is all stems from your programming. And I remember growing up with all of this trauma and baggage and all this stuff that I had inherited, my programming, and deciding, I was in my 20s, like, I don't want to ever be homeless. I don't ever want to be, walking or taking the bus anymore. Like, I want cars. I want homes. I want to donate generously. Like, I want abundance, right? I want health. I was tired of being in the hospital all the time. Like, I want true vitality. And so I don't care how much we scream at ourselves. Like, if you scream at the screen of your computer and say, stop doing that, and paint on the screen, like, nothing really changes. You got to change the programming. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, you have to change the software program inside that computer if you want it to change. If you want to change you, you have to change your programming. And so I use hypnosis, and I really, honestly, I may be biased here, but I don't know of any other technique that specializes in the subconscious mind that is actually designed. It's an ancient old technique since the beginning of time, used in every religion. They just have different names, but you must get to the programming. Okay, so I had programs of scarcity. I had programs that love hurt. I had programs that life was really hard and challenging. I had trust issues. I had anger programs. I mean, you name it, I had the laundry list. Okay. That's where I came from. Okay. So
the checklist, check. I have that. Check.
I had it all. I had the depression, I had the anger, right? I had the quick fuse. I cared way too much about what people thought. And this is just, we pick up this programming by way of our environment, by epigenetics, things we inherit from our parents, and through what we experience. And I explain all this to my members and community, that stop trying external things. Stop screaming at yourself, wasting time. Get into your mind. Get there. Okay. And so that's why today, everyone, I'm so excited because I am giving everyone here, because Tanya, beautiful, generous, loving Tanya, I am giving you watching, okay, a free hypnosis. And it's called Release Energy from the Past, negative energy from the past. So all those programs you picked up, you set your intention on which one you want to release. Like Tanya, you were saying, if I made people angry, then I felt like I wasn't lovable. If I spoke up, right? If I expressed myself how I wanted to, then I was an outcast. I was bad. Like, I'm sorry, hun, that's a program. That's not you. That's a program. These are things we're dealing with, right? That keep us playing small, keep us not being able to use that energy I talked about and say, go after it. Those programs will keep you stuck here. And I had to do, that's when I came on here and I said, I had to do the work. I had to do the mind work, not physical work. I had to do the mind work of releasing the decades of programming that was not the reality I wanted to manifest anymore. I had to program wealth. I had to program love is real, that health is available, and it's a part of me. You know, now I'm the healthiest, happiest person I know. All right. So it's like, this stuff works, but it wouldn't have been if I didn't get to the programs.
Yeah, exactly. What was one of your biggest or most challenging program that was the most challenging for you to let it go of? Like one of them that was really like...
It would have to have been around scarcity, truly, because, you know, I had years of hearing money doesn't grow on trees, and years of hearing that, you know, we don't have enough and we couldn't afford rent, and we would have to go to free food banks, and, you know, money was very tight. I mean, it's welfare. I grew up on welfare. So when I had the scarcity programs kind of filtered in every part of my being, right? And so that was one of the hardest ones, I would say. That was, it took a lot of mindset work to get rid of that. But it's, so everyone, look at what is your biggest struggle right now. You'll see what parent you got it from, what trauma you picked it up from. But it's so important to realize, like Tanya, I love you asked that, because what is your struggle? Become self-aware. What are you struggling? What belief, what thought program you have that's really keeping you in that pain, keeping you not living your best life? What is it? Look that demon in the face. Like, come on, be aware. It's not bigger than you, I promise. It's yours. You can get rid of it. You can get rid of these programs. I don't care if they were inherited or through a past life, generational chains, or through this life. You can. I've seen it through thousands of lives.
Yeah, exactly. And like, I inherit my granddad and my dad. They both hanged themselves, like take their own life. And the person I was in session with since 2006, I have done self-learning that. She said to me, I get to be aware about when I have suicide thoughts, because I have a bigger chance to take my own life when my dad did it, when my granddad. So it's on my dad's side, there is some trauma, some pain, some suffering that was so deep. And it was close to being my death on this earth in Macau 2018. So talk about this heritage you mindsets, believe. I have that from my father. Like I really have that from my dad. And that was one of the things that was most challenging for me on letting go of and really forgive myself, was the self-harm I did to myself. And to be straight with you, I first stopped in the beginning of this year. To get aware about, I was stuffing my feelings down with food. I was harming myself with food that was unhealthy, so I could get bloated stomach, so I could lose energy because my stomach blowing out. I get pain. Of course, my energy was falling down because everything was going down in my stomach.
Yeah. Yeah.
So let go of the self-harm on I am only loved when I'm in pain. That was the strongest belief in my mindset, to let go of that, because when I let go of that, I thought I really, like my whole being, I feel I was dying at that point. To let it go, like my whole being was screaming I will die now, to let go of that, because I have a hold on it. Like I'm 36, like I have hold on that for 35 years. And to let go of that story and choose something else, and forgive myself in every moment when I choose to go in the darkness, when I choose the demons compared to the lights. It is the moment for me to choose to really surrender and to go to someone like Derek and say, hey, I need your support. Like, it's so important to have a strong support team around you when you're facing some deep stuff. And there is a point with it. Like one of my coaches said to me, Tanja, as Derek have also faced so much more, and that's why we are connecting on so deep level, because she have a bag of trauma, she have turned around so wisdom, she are using as a tool in her work, and I can see myself in that as I do. When you have faced trauma and turn that around, it will make you stronger, and it will make you stronger in the situation when you face someone. When a person comes to me and say, Tanja, I had suicide thoughts, I was cutting myself, or in that moment, I stand and look at a person and I can bear as a person, because I have faced my own most darkest moment, and I have done self-harm to myself on so many levels that is unbelievable. I've gone levels like dark. So when you turn that around, you are so much stronger to be a healer for someone else, as Derek is for me, as he also are for others in this world.
Yes, yes. It's so true. Well, thank you for sharing all that. So many of us listening to this right now, we do need to hear those things, you know. And so one, yes, we do inherit these generational chains. You know, you can look at some of your biggest programs right now, programs meaning your habits, your thought patterns, and decide, whoa, which parent did I inherit those from? But I want you to remember that it's like grabbing the baton. Before you entered this realm, this dimension here, before you were born on this plane, you said, I'll take it, Dad. I'll take it, Mom. These weaknesses, we actually agreed. And, you know, this someone might not agree with what I'm saying, but I truly believe in this. And millions around the world do. We have this channeling that we go, okay, we'll take it. And it wasn't this big, scary, hairy thing. We said, I'll do it. And, you know, suicide, overcoming this self-harm to this level, you're like, I'll break that generational chain. And then we come here and then we forget. There's a lot that we don't take in when we come here, and we forget that. And then, but luckily you were able to have an awakening and realize, oh, I can heal from this. And you were able to do that mindset work and break that chain. And then guess what? Now you don't have to deal with that, but your kids won't have to deal with that. And that's a beautiful thing, right? It ripples. So yes, what doesn't kill you make you stronger. It's not supposed to kill you. This depression, all this stuff, it's not good or bad. It just is. Use that pressure. Use that pressure. Okay. And then take and go, I don't want this, Mom and Dad, Grandma, Grandpa, everybody. I don't want this. We're going to have this. And you take all that and you get the support, you get the tools, you get the community. I tell people we're not born on a deserted planet by ourselves, right? We're here with lots of people to really co-create, okay? Reach out, we're here, and we all get each other. We all are in this contrast variety together. We get it. And so you come to that person you really connect with, like her and I, we really connect, right? You find that person that has been where you are and has what you want. Oh, write that down. Has been where you are in some capacity and has what you want. Come on, because that person now has the guidance, the blueprint, the understanding, emotionally, physically, energetically, to get you out of that. You hear what I'm saying? So
Exactly.
find that person. Oh, goosebumps. So good.
It
So
is,
good.
it is so important to really, as you're saying, to really, when you choose to go to Dereka or someone else you choose to go to ask for support, it is so important to really know, have this person face difficult trauma, difficult challenges. Because one lesson I really learned, one good example was I had in the past, in 2017, I had anger issues, and I hit my ex-boyfriend at that point so hard on so many levels, and I lose my point.
You got the help you needed from someone after.
Yeah, okay, it's like
Yeah.
break time.
Yeah.
When I asked for support, also people that was in leadership, they was like, Tanja, because at that point I was taking master education in coaching, and they say, Tanja, it's so important you to breathe and think about, is this a good idea? Like, there's different levels of trauma, there's different levels of anxiety, there's different level of who knows. And when I get angry, I was going from green to red, and I was like acting straight, like the time I think like, this good idea. No, I was taking the first thing around me and just slam it.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
when I ask for support to someone that have not faced their own angry issues, the person have not experienced with angry issue, I have not experienced with violence, because I did violence.
Yeah.
I've tried violence on my own body with my dad, my ex-boyfriend, and I was the person that gave it that to my ex-boyfriend. It is so harm, and I know everyone comes from the best place at a big place. If you go to someone that have not experienced the same as you experience at the moment, my experience, from my meaning, is that person do more harm to you than good, because the person have no clue what it is, what emotions, what actions, what thought, what is behind the blueprint, as Erica is talking about. Is so important. It's something I really learned, to really go to the person that is brave enough to talk about it, that's authentic, that is showing the emotions no matter what title is, to choose that person compared to someone that is more focused on the outside. And also to say no to so many people when they choose to give me support, really knowing carefully, who do I choose to go to when I'm in my emotions, because when I'm in my emotions, it is a big drama queen, and I get to ask for support to someone that can carry the bucket and say, okay, what do you want in there?
Yeah, so good. I mean, even mentors have mentors. I mean,
Yeah.
Oprah has a coach, right? I
Exactly.
have two mentors, right? My mentors have mentors. If your mentor doesn't have a mentor, I mean, I would consider a new one, because we're all
Exactly.
in this together, right? And we're all growing and we're all going through something. So the thing is, you'll always have emotions, but here today, we want you to know they're good as long as you use them in the direction that they're actually created for. The
Exactly.
combustion, the contraction is really good. We just use it for your good. So if you can learn how to do that, and release your programming, release the programming that you inherited that's not serving you anymore. Like, please, if you could do anything today, it's like, get rid of the programming that's because if you don't, it'll trigger you again and again and again, and you'll keep finding yourself in those really pain demonic places where you have to then try to turn it, but then you'll get right back in it. So stop the rodeo and get right to the root cause. However you do that.
So the less, with that knowledge you have today, before we're ending, is with that knowledge you have today, what advice would you like to give to your 20 years old you?
Oh my goodness, a 20-year-old me. It would stand to what I'm speaking in today. I would tell her, Dereka, you are experiencing every part of this pain today to learn what you do want. And that's what I would tell everyone. You could be in the worst place right now in your life, and I'm excited for you. I'm truly excited. I'm like, you could be in the worst place, and I'm like, you are in the best place of your life, right? You have so much because of the discomfort. You have power to make a decision to make yourself comfortable. People who are super comfortable, they don't really have much to live for. But when you have this discomfort, I don't care how bad, again, You could be homeless. You could be hungry. You could be just, going through violence after violence. You could be in fetal position crying right now. You could have nobody good in your life. Whatever the situation, please use that. Use that to fuel you to make a decision today. Make a decision today of what you do want and go that direction.
Exactly.
Get the support you need. That's what I would tell her and everyone.
Amazing. Thank you. And you have shared a little about it. What is your free gift to the audience who is watching?
Woohoo! So I am giving a hypnotherapy audio, and that audio again is releasing the programming, the negative programming from the past. It's about a 25-minute audio. It's one of my most popular, used and downloaded all over the world, but you get that one for free. And I'm also, Tanya, I told Tanya, I never do this. Like I'm actually going to give a free one-on-one consult.
Oh,
like
yes.
I'm serious. When I heard the name of this and I thought about everyone watching, I'm like, conquer the mirror demon. Yes. Like that's my stuff. That's my jam, right? Like those are the people that are truly ready. They're ready, right? They're ready. They got power behind them to go where they want in life. So I was like, let me set them up right. Let me just define their dreams. Let me help them define what they don't want, what you do want, because my friend, there's a blueprint to that. There's a plan. There's a proven formula that you need to follow. So that's what I'm going to give for 30 minutes for you, like with me, not a coach, with me. So yes,
that is somewhere. Amazing.
Thank you. Thank you. You're amazing.
You're amazing, my love. Thank you. And to your audience, so where do we get this amazing free gift is going straight back in your newsletter. There is all Dereka's information, there is all her social media and her free gift. So all what you need to know is in that email, and I will invite you right now to send her email or go to her social media and make a post and give her some feedback, because what you choose to put out there, you're also serving that with yourself, because what you see with your eyes is you're giving to yourself. What you're speaking, your ears is listening. So everything that's in front of you, your eyes, your ears, your nose, and your taste is sent to that and speaking to your brain. So speaking light and speaking life over life. Thank you so much, my love. It was a big, big blessing for having you on this amazing summit, and I cannot wait to serve you, girl, because you deserve everything. We'll Google it on the top.
Thank you. You do too. This has been a pleasure. Thank you, everyone, for watching.
Thank you for watching. Bye, everyone.